What is up, dudes? It has been a little while. In fact, there's been 2 trailers of Injustice 2 reveals worth of time. But I wanted to come back with a quick little update vid on how Injustice 2 is looking, utilizing, of course, what we have in Injustice 1. So we have seen Wonder Woman, Blue Beetle, Harley Quinn, and Deadshot as of the making of this video. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about the 2 returning ones, Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn. Honestly, to give you an idea of what Blue Beetle would be, as right now he looks like Devora combined with this game's Cyborg. And Deadshot, you know, obviously, yeah, there's some Deathstroke stuff going on, but the way he can do angle shots makes me think of Gunslinger Aaron Black. So we'll obviously get a better idea as we see more gameplay revealed, but just wanted to talk about these 2 for a little bit. So first, Wonder Woman, who looks very different, because in this game she had her whip, which you can kind of see, maybe if I can connect some combos possibly, and whip or lasso stance, and also this little sword stance, which doesn't connect the shield on female characters because we're for small hurt boxes. Anyway, the big thing she would do was switch between these 2, so she could like start in her lasso stance and then finish it in her shield stance, or vice versa. You could do, you know, like this with the lasso, continue on. Pretty neat. But it looks like her strings have been changed so that she just uses the sword and lasso as a full set all the time. And I hear that her trait is going to enable her to air dash, which she can always do in this game, at any point. Looks like she'll, you know, basically have her big boots and all that good stuff that she had here. In fact, it looks like this stand free from sword and shield stance is returning, but it looks like it's cancelable now into special moves, and it doesn't quite cause this knockdown like it does. As you see at the end of the combo, she does this huge boot and then goes into the lasso, which needed to probably do one more. That lasso move definitely seems to be coming back. Looks like she'll have a parry, but whether or not that's her super move initiating stance or what, I'm not sure. Because I see her do this, but then it looks like it hits and she goes into her super move. Now I'm not sure if that confirms her super move will be a parry or just super move will use this animation. Either way though, it does look a lot cooler, I think, than the old one, with, you know, something like this. There we go. So instead of doing, you know, the crazy, you know, sister sleepover smacking around party thing that she has, it looks like what she'll do is knock him into the air, chuck her sword and shield into him, and then stomp him at the ground, which looks way more vicious, I think. So that's a neat little change. We'll see how her gameplay change is affected, because having stance cancel is pretty sweet. Like, if they block that, for example, this is super basic training mode right now, you could, you know, switch to this and then do this meter burn move, which was +8 or 9 or something ridiculous. So definitely was a fun part of playing her that I hope will still kind of come through with new Wonder Woman. And obviously air dash is a nice trait to have to do, you know, crazy cross-ups and stuff like that with it. And I have a little bit, yeah, there we go. I have a little bit easier time going from the player 2 side than I do the player 1. That's basically what Wonder Woman was all about. Just, you know, all the stance stuff, and you could even, you know, start a combo like that, then continue your juggle with sword, whatever you wanted to do. Harley looks rather changed as well, which is exciting because so far all the newest characters have looked completely the same, and at least we're starting to see some changes come through. So the big thing I noticed about Harley was it looks like Faction 1 is returning, and I don't quite remember the frame data on this, but I mean, just look how far forward she goes for her back one. And over the course of the entire string, she moves quite a bit forward. I don't know if you can do the full string on whiff, but just with back one 2, lots of range covered. and those are all mids. Might be changed in the new game, but you know, you can even special cancel it at the end. And for some reason, the command grab would reach that far. But definitely was a pretty wonky character in this game. It looks like she might be a little bit more tuned and a bit more viable in this game. Looks like she'll have the hammer again, but whereas it was a back 3 and forward 3 in this game, it looks like she'll be using her hammer more in throws as well as a baseball bat. And the biggest thing I saw that is crazy is this, which is kind of a stance in of itself. It was her down back 3, and you can cancel it into, you know, a little move. And I can't do those combos anymore, but let's say like you press square after it, you get that little cartwheel, you can press triangle and get another low. And the one we saw was her X cancel, which does some little gunshots. Looks like that will be coming back, which was definitely a valuable tool. As you saw, you can go into it from strings, or you could do like overhead and low. Yeah, there's a little bit of a combo. And then we also saw her new super move, which looks like it's going to start off of kind of this, except it's like a low slide, which will be neat for her. Do it off this string, show you what the would look like. Yeah, you kind of see right here how she'll slide underneath. It looks like that's what actually starts the super now. But they get this huge pop-up, and of course you can continue after it in this game, and it looks, based off the pop-up, like you might, but then it does a cut scene, and her hyenas bite him, and then she like smashes them with a baseball bat at the end. So it doesn't look like you can quite have the fun that you could have with it in this game, but still. Might be nice just to have that low starter, because this one was really tricky to set up. Plus she wasn't a character necessarily that wanted to save meter for super. And then you could continue to juggle, except, you know, it's been a while. Of course, I never really would consider myself a Harley main at all. The other thing to talk about before we go for today was her trait. Now, right there, I got the dynamite, which was absolutely the best thing you could get. But it would randomly switch between like a picture of Mr. J, which she would kiss, and then that would give back health, and a rose, which I can't even tell you what that does. And those were basically the 3 things. Now, if you got the dynamite, you could set it up where you had the opponent hard knockdown, and then the dynamite went off the ground as an unblockable, too. And then you could, as you saw from the pop-up, get the juggle. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to have dynamite, but just the fact that you kind of saw dynamite what looked like either, I'm guessing her wind pose, maybe she'll have that again, and maybe she'll consistently get the dynamite. I don't know if it would still be unblockable, but having that would make Harley an even bigger threat than I think she might be going into this game. But otherwise, that's basically what we know about Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn, and I kind of gave you my general thoughts on what Blue Beetle and Deadshot will play like. But again, nothing's final until the game comes out. Even then, we all know NRS, they'll patch it to no end. So, hope you guys are continuing to get excited. I'm still, of course, waiting for either my boy Green Arrow or Dick Grayson to come back. We'll see if they continue the storyline from Injustice. They might continue it with, there's the 2 universes. They might continue in the very Injustice-specific universe where we had Evil Superman, and that's bad news for me because both Nightwing and Green Arrow are dead in that universe. RIP. That also would mean Joker is dead in that universe as well as Shazam, so we'll see. I can't imagine an Injustice game without Joker, but who knows what they're going to try to do. Definitely agree with the Suicide members, though, Suicide Squad, even though I haven't seen the movie myself, but I've heard it was not great, so I'm probably not going to see it. But even so, use the marketing. Wouldn't be surprised to see Batgirl, since they just released the Killing Joke animated, which of course had its issue with the beginning section, but I hear the actual Killing Joke part is very well done. So we'll, yeah, we'll see. So thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time.